Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and another match preview. Of course, I'm joined here by Mr. Umbrella Man.
Hello.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Very good. Are you looking forward to this one?
Yeah, another weekend of footy, great.
Yep, it's Thursday night, which means one thing, it is match preview night, and again we have a double header of match previews for you. We've got the first team, who are away at Ulverston.
That's right, yeah.
And then of course we have the reserves who are at home against Lytham, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. So the first team, they are away at Ulverston this weekend, so a really hard game for the boys.
Well, I think so. Ulverston are 10th, aren't they? Which doesn't suggest that they're anything special. But last week, or was it last week? Yeah.
Yeah, it was last week, yeah.
Beat Lostock St Gerrards, didn't they?
Yep, they actually beat them 6-5, last minute goal.
A goal in the last couple of minutes. I mean, it was a great result for Wyre, that.
Oh yes, definitely.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but it just suggests that they're no mugs, doesn't it, really?
But you've got to look at the league as well. Let's talk about that. Teams are beating teams who we don't expect to be beating, picking up points where teams might not expect to pick up points as well.
Yeah, well that's good, isn't it? That's good for the enjoyment of the game.
Oh yes, definitely.
The unpredictability of the league, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only thing I would say is, why just need to keep on winning, don't they?
Yeah,
and
definitely.
let other people beat each other.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to talk a little bit about. Wyre Villa are currently second in the league. We've got to look back to Saturday's game. A 2-2 home draw with Hesketh Bank, who were fourth in the league. They got 2 own goals for Villa, getting that point on the board.
Gratefully received.
But you've got to look at Hesketh Bank though, who came into that game just beaten Millthorpe and Haslington St Mary's, and we got that point off them.
Well, I don't know. Every game Wyre play, you expect them to win, don't you, really? So perhaps it was a bit of a wake-up call, really, that you can't win every game 5-0, 5-1, whatever it might be. So it may be a blessing in disguise, but I'm a bit surprised that we slipped up. But it was obviously a tough game, and like you said, they've beaten some good teams, so they're obviously a good side.
Yeah.
You know, good luck to them. You know, I'm sure they did play well.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we were actually with the reserves that game, and we were relying on social media, your Twitter and your Facebook page, and the thing that brought to my eye was the team news that there was actually 2 or 3 new Wyre Villa players.
Yeah, there's a couple of different names there, weren't there?
Yeah, I think one of them we've actually seen, but we're not sure. But do you want to talk a little bit about them new players?
Well, I don't know, because I don't think we've seen them. Theo Ball's a new name, isn't he? We've not seen Theo play.
Never seen him.
And I think Lewis Grant was on the subs bench, who again I don't think we've seen play. And
but Brett
Ferguson rings a bell. I'm pretty sure he may have played earlier in the season for the first team, but again, they're all pretty new. The rest of them we're all familiar with, and the only surprises really were that the likes of Dion was on the bench.
I believe so.
Who was fantastic.
Fantastic, wasn't he?
The previous week when he came on, you know, that was a bit of a surprise. And Adam was on the bench as well, which is a surprise. So, must have been reasons for it.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, as well, the big shock for me as well is they left Boothie out.
Yeah, but that's because of the worldwide WD-40 shortage, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so...
You know, obviously, you know, they can't get enough over him.
No. We love a bit of banter on this channel. So ideally, Villa really need to get them 3 points on Saturday.
Yeah, it is. It's a big game, and they don't want other teams to catch them, do they, really?
No, I mean, I've just been looking at the fixtures on the website, and it is a big weekend. Millthorpe, they have a difficult game away to Haslington. And then you've got Lostock St Gerrards away at Millham.
Yeah.
Hesketh Bank are at home to Kendal County.
You'd expect them to win that, wouldn't you, really?
And then Eagerley are away at Hallcote Park.
Yeah, that's right. Well, not every team can win, can they?
No, but all them teams are in and around Villa.
And some will drop points, won't they?
Yeah, definitely.
But if Villa do their job and win, it's likely to extend the gap, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And fingers crossed, Millthorpe slip up.
Fingers crossed.
And we're a bit close to them as well.
Yeah, so it really is a big weekend.
It is, yeah. Look forward to watching out for the result.
Yeah, we really will be. Unfortunately, we're not actually going to be going to that game as we can't travel. We're actually going to go ahead and go to the reserves. Right, well, there's the first team's match preview out of the way.
Yeah.
And now we're going to talk about the mighty reserves.
The reserves, that's right, yeah, they're home to Lytham, aren't they?
They are. We are down to Holgate Park on Saturday, so if you guys are looking for a weekend football fixture, get down to Holgate Park, free entry, car park, the lot, and you will see some really decent football. So again, you've just mentioned there, we're at home to Lytham Town.
Well, I think Lytham are 7th in the league, aren't they? So they're not pressing at the top, but we had a tough game down there, didn't we?
Yeah. We won 2-1. It could have been more than that.
Hit the
amount of times we hit the woodwork.
Yeah, 3 or 4 times.
It was awful conditions.
I'm glad we don't have to go down there again.
No, it's literally on a runway.
it's on the runway of BAE Systems, isn't it? Yeah.
Not the best ground to go to if you don't like weather. We actually decided to go to the reserves game on Saturday, so if you guys haven't already checked out the video, it is a really good one. Villa drew 2-2 away at Coppell, and again it was very horrible windy conditions that second half.
The second half was horrible, wasn't it? Really horrible, and 2-2 was the least they deserved in the end.
Yeah, but the best exciting bit is Dad actually got his use out of his umbrella this week. So come on, give us a bit of a review.
A review of the umbrella.
Come on.
Well, it's not exactly a designer one, is it? But
it costs 19 quid.
I don't know what it costs, but it's a good looking umbrella. It's very light, it's sturdy, it's got one of those push button releases so it goes up. Yeah.
Does it come down as well?
No, you have to do that yourself.
Ah, damn.
And it was still on one piece after the second half, so I think it's a good buy.
10 out of 10?
Well, who knows? I mean, I think, did we get it from Sports Direct?
Yes, we did.
Oh, right, well, who knows? It might fold in the next couple of weeks.
You ungrateful beggar. But if anybody does want a review on that, let me know in the comments. We'll do a separate vlog. Right, now we've got your brolly out the way, and we're going to do a separate video on that.
You mentioned it.
Oh, well, you had to talk about it, didn't you?
Go.
Family dispute. Shush. God, parents. Now can we get back to the vlog?
Get on with it.
So, going on to this weekend's game, of course, we have Lytham Town at home, and the games in and around Villa's teams are Haslingden, St Mary's. They actually don't have a league game this weekend. Rosendale are away at Gallgate, and Coppell are at home to Thornton Clevelys.
Right, okay, well, you've got to expect those teams to win, apart from the Haslingden who have no game, of course. But really, Villa need to win to keep the pressure up on Coppell, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's 1 point. We're 1 point behind Coppell.
Yeah, we need to continue winning, don't we?
The first half against Coppell, you've got to say Villa were in control of that match. How we were 2-3-0 up. We had them half decent chances.
We had quite a few half chances, didn't we? Rob had 1 or 2 half chances, and I think we hit the. Did we hit the?
We hit the post.
Hit the post from a corner. I think it was it Sammy's corner?
Yeah.
The keeper tipped it onto the post.
Yeah.
Rico had a goal disallowed.
He did.
It was a great volley as well. But,
it was superb.
But it was brought back for a free kick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And there were mainly half chances really, and. Why we're always on the front foot doing the pushing.
Yeah, definitely.
Coppell didn't really offer anything, and I thought all round they played quite well.
Yeah.
They did defensively very sound. Ross and Josh and the fullbacks were very good, and they got forward, didn't they?
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah. Ross made a great saving tackle when the player was through on goal.
Yeah, fantastic tackle that, wasn't it?
It was superb. It really was.
Yeah, and then on 35 minutes, of course, Rob scored, didn't he?
Yeah, 1-0 Villa.
Yeah, I think he trod on the ball, didn't he, really? And it flummoxed the defender, and he just placed it in, didn't he?
Yeah, but it was fully deserved though.
It would have been, 2 or 3-0. Wouldn't have been, undeserved at all. They played very well, and Coppell never had a shot on goal, did they? Really?
No.
It was a tight, scrappy game.
Yeah.
But Villa were always on top.
I mean, you've got to say as well, getting into half time, 1-0 up, clean sheet, you've got to see what the second half brings.
Well, it's more of the same, isn't it?
Definitely.
But it doesn't quite work like that, does it?
Second half came, of course, the weather took a turn for the worse. It was dreadful. Of course, you got the chance to do your...
Yeah, I was happy I had to get a chance to test out my umbrella, yeah.
Yep.
And it worked, didn't it?
Yeah, even better.
Yeah.
But the thing that surprised me as well, second half, is they took Dan off, who just seemed to be playing a little bit wider than what he normally does. And Dan, you still owe me a goal celebration and all. Would you agree?
Yeah, he was playing, I think, on the left side, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Dan? And I think he normally plays in the centre. Anyway, you know, we all have off days, don't we? So Dan was substituted, and at that point, the Wyre were still pushing for the goal, and they were the only ones looking like scoring, weren't they, really?
Yeah, we just couldn't get that second goal. But on the 65th minute, though...
Well, after 65 minutes where we're in control, I remember saying to a couple of lads who were warming up, I think it was Ryan and Curtis, who was, say, warming up, I said to them, don't worry lads, we're in control of this one, there's no problems here, just get the second goal and it's all done and dusted. And
then Coppell equalised. So it was 1-1 against Coppell. Against the run of play, would you say?
Just a little bit, yeah.
I mean, for me, I actually thought it was a foul.
No, it was a foul on Lewis,
wasn't it? And it shouldn't have stood.
Well, we were at the wrong end of the pitch, weren't we? But it looked like it was a foul on Lewis.
Yeah.
And the lad had a free header and it went across Sam and into the net. It was a real soft one, really, but, you know, these things happen, don't they? You know,
oh, yeah, definitely.
You know? And by this time, I thought the referee was making some...
Stupid.
No, well... They weren't going in Wyre's favour, some of the decisions. I was beginning to wonder, you know, whether we're going to get through all this unscathed, really. But
yeah.
I think there was a moment where, was it Ross who was going through?
Yes,
and
it
he
was
assaulted by one of their players. I don't think a booking was given.
No, it wasn't.
He was taken out by a rugby tackle.
Yeah.
And then from that moment on, the ref just seemed to lose all control of it. Within a few minutes of that, Coppell are 2-1 ahead, aren't they?
Yeah.
The goalkeeper punted it straight down the middle of the pitch. Two or three of the Wyre lads were perhaps caught ball watching a bit. It bounced, and their forward went in and lobbed it over Sam. Couldn't believe it.
No.
So in the space of 10 minutes, the whole game
turned around.
It was turned around. We're getting the wrong end of the referee's decisions, and all of a sudden things aren't looking so good.
Talking a little bit about the referee's decisions there, Dad. Steve, who is one of the Villa supporters, he goes everywhere with the reserve.
One of the loyal ones, isn't he?
Yeah, really, really nice lad. The referee went to the touchline. At first, I thought he was going to be talking to the managers, but no, he approaches Steve, and I think this is absolutely shocking way of talking to a fan.
Well, he
basically
told him to leave, didn't he?
Yeah, leave.
Leave now. I mean,
for voicing his own opinion on the match.
If the referees are going to get into all this, we won't have any spectators at football matches, will we?
No, it was shocking.
I mean,
absolutely
amateur game gets negligible amount of support anyway.
Yeah,
and then to start dismissing spectators because they've got an opinion is just beyond the joke.
So Steve, stay quiet this week. But yeah, so
I'll tell you what though, the referee did remind me of the old cartoon character. You won't remember it, and probably a lot of the younger lads won't remember it, but certainly the older ones will remember Joe 90.
Huh?
Big thick rimmed glasses, and Steve looked like he was being told off by Joe 90. Look it up on YouTube. Look it up on YouTube. Right, yeah. Pardon me for perhaps insulting the referee. That's not fair. We're not bothered what he looks like. There's no discrimination at all meant here at all. But the one thing I think we can all concur on, the decisions were getting progressively worse, weren't they, really?
Definitely
and I think, to be honest, he lost the game by this point, and Coppell were playing to the ref as well. There were a few people going down. They were starting to waste a lot of time. I think it's called professionalism, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, they were old, and certainly a lot older side than Wyre. We've only got young lads.
Yeah.
And luckily they didn't get too wound up about it, but
They
couple were milking it and getting all they could out of it by going down, wasting time. And I suppose it's one of the facets of the game.
Yeah. I mean, Villa there, we lost a little bit of momentum.
Oh,
there,
absolutely,
didn't we?
yeah. The game was sort of petering out a little bit, really.
Yeah.
We couldn't get going again. Couple were quite happy to, well, as I say, mess the game about and the referee about, weren't really. But in the end, justice was done.
Yeah, definitely. Justice was done. 90+ minute, I think it was.
Yeah. It was a free kick into the box, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a free kick
Header
into
on
the
goal.
box. Header on goal, and boom, 2-2. I mean, I don't think I've ever gone so wild at a football match before.
Well, Lewis got there before everybody and put it in, didn't he? And
yeah.
There was a good celebration right in front of us as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, definitely. We actually gave Lewis man of the match, which he got the brown envelope, so congratulations, Lewis. Of course, he got that equaliser and sent the crowd a little bit wild, or me wild anyway.
There would have been trouble if he'd missed it though. I mean, it was only about 2 inches out, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so.
Definitely. But great celebration as well though.
No, it was a great climax to the game, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been very unjust if Wyre hadn't got anything from that, and on another day you probably would say they should have won it, really. But
yeah.
It was a good point, and important they didn't lose, because over the 2 games, I don't think there's any doubt they played better than Coppell.
No.
You know, and I can't really see Coppell going through the rest of the season without dropping more points either.
No, I can't either.
You know, our young lads just carry on going, don't they? And
keep pushing.
Keep pushing. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, and as long as they do, they'll be fine. They'll be up there, won't they?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm really looking forward to this weekend.
Yeah, hopefully another good game, and let's make it a victory this time.
Right, well, I think that is everything on today's match preview. So once again, thank you for your opinions, Mr. Umbrella Man. But just to conclude today's video, something tragic has happened this last couple of weeks, and I just really wanted to pass on my thoughts to the Roskell family. A lot of you will know that in Saturday's video, a couple of the Wyre Villa players were wearing t-shirts to remember local lad Nathan Roskell, who unfortunately passed away a couple of weeks ago. I think the players showed pride and passion wearing them t-shirts.
I thought they were very courageous and showed a great deal of empathy. I mean, it's a horrible subject, isn't it? And even more so for the family themselves. But you know, the lads covered themselves in with real credit the way they behaved, didn't they? And I'm sure their friend would be very proud of them. Very proud of them. Yeah, but it just goes to show, doesn't it, that football is just a game of football, really, and that's it.
Yeah, so my thoughts are with the Roskell family and all his friends at this very sad time. So we're going to go ahead and end today's video, and I hope you guys did like this match preview, and I hope you guys stay tuned for Saturday's match day vlog, a one to look forward to. And yeah, we'll see you guys on Saturday, 2 o'clock, Holgate Park, and yeah, it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him.
And I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye.